If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of a deal. But are you getting the deal and cash back? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love, savings, and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores like Levi's, Plow & Hearth, Adidas, Sephora, and Neiman Marcus. Stack sales on top of cash back and feel what it's like to know you're maximizing the savings. And it's easy to use. And you get your cash back sent to you through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app or go to Rakuten.com to start saving today. It's the most rewarding way to shop. That's Rakuten. Rakuten.com.
Lowe's knows you've got a job to do, and we help get it done. With the MyLowe's Pro Rewards program, eligible members save more with volume discounts on qualifying orders through a quote of $2,000 or more. Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer can't be combined with any other discount, contract, and/or special pricing. Exclusions, more terms, and restrictions apply. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
How old is Richie, do you think? Richie, who works with us on, I don't know, Wednesday and Thursday. How old is Richie?
He's in his early 30s.
Early 30s. Wow. General, Dana, you know who Vin Scully is?
Of course I do.
Okay. All right. Well, Richie, who works with us as a producer, he'd never heard that name before yesterday. He'd never heard the name Vin Scully. Never. Do you know how many different areas in life that you have to avoid not to have heard that name? You had to have avoided baseball, sports professionally, right? Because Vin Scully translates every sport. People in basketball talk about him, people in hockey, people in football. He called football games for a while. And he was the voice of the Dodgers for, I don't know, 60 years, 60 plus years, 70 years. He was 94 or 95 when he passed away. There's the street down near Dodger Stadium is called Vin Scully Avenue. Vin Scully is probably the best known sportscaster maybe in the world, in the history of the world. And this guy, Richie, had never heard that name before. There are 5 huge, oversized photos of Vin Scully where Richie preps the show. There's one behind him. Where Richie's mailbox is, there's a 6 or 7 foot huge shot of, there it is, okay. Richie is here. Richie's producing, Bellio has a photo of Richie producing the show, and he's looking at a computer screen, and behind that computer screen, there's a 12-foot picture of Vin Scully. He looks at him every day.
He stares right at him.
And never asked who that was. That is what? Could we put that on social media? Yeah. All right, you got to see this photo. This is a guy who stared at Vin Scully for the last 2 or 3 years every day. A 12-foot picture of him sitting right there, and he'd never heard that name before. So we had to make a promo out of it. Good catch, Stefouche. Good catch. Good catch. I had all these baseball cards. Vin Scully would call the game, and I moved my baseball cards around.
You learned the game from Vin Scully.
That's right. Probably, Vin Scully was great, man. Hey, Richie, have you ever heard of Vin Scully?
No idea who that is.
Mo Kelly just put his head down.
There's a huge picture of him down the hall.
There's 5 of them.
The Tim Conway Jr. Show.
That's great, Richie. Don't change. That's great for the radio.
Live 4 to 7 p.m. on KFI.
There you go. Mo Kelly came in because we're doing the crosstalk with Mo Kelly. I've never seen Mo do this before, and I've known Mo for 10 years. When Richie said he had never heard that name before, Mo Kelly put his head down on the desk, on the counter here in the studio. Just right down. I can't believe it. And just rested his head there for 30 seconds. I thought he passed out. Never heard that name before. Richie's producing a radio show, not only in Los Angeles, where Vin Scully called the games for more than my lifetime, but our sister station down the hall, 570 AM, ran the Dodgers for Vin Scully's last 3 or 4 years. And so every time he came in the building, he heard that noise, he heard that voice, and that was Vin Scully. Man,
20 feet from that door is where he currently works.
Yeah, and you have to avoid not only professional sports, but you have to avoid entertainment. You have to avoid the internet. You have to avoid that sports station because he's still on that sports station. You have to avoid a lot of things in life to not know who Vin Scully is. I mean, actively avoid him. Like, for instance, I know a little bit about who's A-Rod used to be dating J-Lo.
Good.
Right.
Lord.
And I don't follow J-Lo at all, but I've heard stories that she's kind of difficult to get along with or difficult to work with. And I just heard these, crazy stories. But I'd avoid a lot of J-Lo's stuff. And I know that about her. Because you just hear it and you file it and, And as a matter of fact, their nickname was A-Rod and A-Hole for a while when they were dating. And I knew that. But man, oh man, I find it really refreshing that this Richie didn't know who Vin Scully was. I really do. Because he's not clogging up his mind with all this, nonsense. I like that. I don't know. The happiest people I've ever met in my life are the people who are not cluttering their brain with all kinds of crazy information. We had a guy who we used to work with over at the radio station, and we used to do a bit called Stump the Monkey. And I'm not going to say his name or anything because he's a good guy and he's moved on. But we'd ask this guy simple questions like where he thought the Mile High City was. I said, where do you think the Mile High City is? You ever heard that term? He goes, oh, yeah. Hey, buddy, I've heard it a lot, buddy. I love it, buddy. I said, where do you think the Mile High City is? And he says, I don't know, Seattle? I'm like, oh, no. See, the Mile High City is a mile, and the altitude of the city is a mile. It's like over 5,400 feet or so. So unless there's a 5,400-foot cliff in Seattle, and then Seattle sits above that, that's a wrong answer. And we'd ask him simple questions like that. Like, where do you think ivory comes from? What do you think ivory? Where does that come from? When somebody has an ivory statue or an ivory ashtray, where does ivory from? He goes, I think that's a plant, buddy. Right? They grow ivy. Ivory.
Ivory?
They grow ivory, right?
It's a leafy plant.
We also asked him, these are some of the better ones, what he thought the Denver football team was called. What do you think the Denver football team is called? And he said, I think it's the Seahawks, buddy. And Doug Steckler put his head down, and he said, there may have never been a Seahawk in the history of Denver. Seahawks usually hang out on the coast. I don't think there's ever been a Seahawk that has flown 1,500 miles to hang out in Denver. The Seahawks. I think Denver, buddy. I think wrong. All right.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
My mom and dad would take us to Disneyland once a year, and they would tell us 3 months or 4 months in advance, right around Christmas, hey, we're going in on April 9th. So you got to behave. And one of my brothers decided not to behave. He bought itching powder and spread it all over the desks of all the kids, and they all, I'm 99% sure this happened where all the kids' parents had to come pick them up because they were all itching like crazy.
They didn't know what it was.
And they were breaking out in like hives and stuff. And I'm about 99% sure that the fire department was called as well because they were next door and the paramedics came over to try to figure out what happened, and they found a box of itching powder in my brother's desk.
Well, I'm starting to understand the 3-day suspension.
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't get expelled.
Yeah, I mean, that turned into a big deal.
Right, because what if one of those kids was allergic or had a condition or something, and they got swollen eyes or whatever,
or
and was
inhaled it
accidentally?
Yeah, right.
Exactly, and got in their lungs, and it's a big deal, Yeah. So I'm with the principal and the teacher that there had to be some action. Right. Yeah. Normally, I'd support my brother, but I think he crossed the line.
Okay.
Just barely. So he was told by my dad, "You did this. You got in trouble. You got caught. You're not going to Disneyland this year." And I thought, woo! My dad never, ever does stuff like that. Ever. So
like all the kids are going, he's serious.
Yeah.
This is bad.
And so the morning we're going, you always wake up early and you have breakfast. And he always took us out of school to go. So it was a big special day. You didn't have to go to school. And we're all going to Disneyland on a day where we were supposed to go to school. And so Disneyland was fairly empty and you could walk around and enjoy yourself. And we all get in the car, except my brother with the itching powder. And he was in the house and he wasn't coming. And I thought, wow, how far is my dad going to drive down the block here until he turns around and picks this kid back up? And he pulls the car around. We're going out the driveway. And my brother, Jake, says, "Hey, Dad, will you stop the car?" And my dad stops the car. And my brother says, "If my brother's not going, I'm not going."
Wow.
Jake.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, that says a lot about his character.
Greatest guy in the world. He says, if my brother's not going, I'm not going.
What was your reaction?
My reaction was, hey, more room for me.
Why are we sitting still?
Yeah, Dad, why did you stop? Just slow down, Jake. Get the hell out of here. And my dad ended up taking all of us, right?
He did.
Yeah, he ended up taking all of us. But that was such a defining moment in my brother's childhood, right? Like, he's the only kid that said, no, we're all going or I'm not going. It's just so great. It brings a tear to my eyes. It really is special.
That's consistent with who he was?
Yep.
And he is a sweet man.
Sweetest guy in the world.
He is.
Yeah.
Really sweet man.
I mean, he was born in the wrong family.
Well, you're all sweet.
Nah, he's over the top. I mean, he rescues dogs all the time. He's always upbeat. He doesn't hate anybody. Never gets pissed at anybody.
He wouldn't just hang up on a good friend.
No way. He'd go to the track with the guy, right? But he's always upbeat. And I don't know how he does it, man. But he works. He doesn't have kids, but they have like 5 or 6 dogs, and those dogs are the world to him. And he's just a really decent human being, really a really good person.
Yeah.
And of all the brothers and sisters, I think his character, I don't know where it was formed, but somebody had an influence on him that we all didn't catch.
Well, is he the baby?
No, he's fourth, fifth, sixth. Yeah, he's fourth born.
So he's close to the middle there.
Yeah, he's a middle kid out of 6, right? The 3 and 4 are the 2 middles, right?
Do you find that, I don't know how much you've looked into that, do you find that the order of births with all your siblings kind of go true to form from what we've always heard, the first and the middle and the last and all that?
You know what? I'm not really sure what those theories are. Like, is it, I know that my sister got a lot in life.
And she was the
firstborn.
Youngest. Oh, she was the firstborn.
Yeah.
She's the oldest.
We had 1 girl, and then my dad had 5 boys.
I think
my mom and dad. My mom had something to do with it too.
I think the girl thing makes sense, but also the firstborn thing makes sense. So she double dipped.
Oh my God!
With the privilege, I guess you could say.
My dad wrote a song about her. My dad has never written a song in his life. He wrote a song about her, and there's a million pictures of her around our house growing up. I think there's one of me. And try to find one of the youngest. So long, man. There's not one.
You want to hear some of the characteristics of first, middle? Okay, so first, natural leader, high achiever, organized, on time, know-it-all, bossy, responsible, adult pleaser, obeys the rules. The middle child.
Does that make sense?
Wait, go slowly again. The firstborn is what?
Natural leader.
Yeah.
High achiever.
Very.
Organized.
Very organized.
On time.
Always.
Know-it-all.
Yeah, no, I think
you guys,
she knows it all.
Excuse me, you guys went Thursday nights, not Friday nights to tapings.
That's right. Yeah,
Wow.
She didn't know that,
Pros
right?
are
So
said
maybe
by
not
Kelly, not me.
not all of it she knew.
Bossy.
As a kid, yeah.
Get in the wheel well. That's a little.
Yeah, pretty bossy as a kid, right? Yeah.
Responsible. Yes.
Yes.
Adult pleaser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Obeys the rules. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Right.
Okay.
And she had, by the way, she had a massive, massive bedroom. It was supposed to be the master bedroom to the house that we lived in the valley.
That's so cool.
And the rest of the boys were in one room.
That's so cool.
5 of us in one room, and she had a fireplace in her room, a walk-in closet.
A fireplace in her room.
And had 2 different exposures. Like she looked west and north from her windows.
2 different exposures.
Huge ass room.
Good for her.
And we were all piled. We had 2 bunk beds and a car bed. So we had 2 bunk beds that we slept in, and my brother had one of those like speed racer car beds.
All those stinky boys.
God, it was unbelievable. I don't know why we put up with that.
Because you had to.
Well, we could have. I mean, there's 5 of us. We could have taken over.
You should have.
We should have. We couldn't.
Could have taken her out.
Middle child.
Okay, middle child.
Flexible, easygoing, social peacemakers, independent, secretive, may feel like life is unfair, strong negotiator, and generous.
Okay, that's like, my brother, like Corey and Jake. Yeah, that's kind of them, right?
Okay, the babies of the family.
All right, this is Sean.
Risk taker, outgoing, creative, self-centered.
Oh, yeah.
Financially irresponsible.
No, he's not that, but
competitive.
So far, he's like, 8 for 9. Yeah, 9 for 10.
Bored easily.
Very easily.
Likes to be pampered.
I don't know.
Sense of humor.
Very funny.
And that was for those. Okay, if you're the only child, close to parents, self-control, leader, mature, dependable, demanding, unforgiving, private, and sensitive.
Wow. Man, oh man, that's wild. It's such a generalization, but man, do they nail it.
Yeah,
I hit
they're
a lot
pretty
of those.
accurate.
Yeah.
I hit a lot of those.
Yeah, that's wild. That's crazy. Man, that's the youngest one. I mean, you described my brother Sean to the T, except that he's not irresponsible. He owns 2 restaurants in Steamboat Springs,
he's the one in Steamboat.
Colorado. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he worked up from nothing. He was like a busboy.
So with 6, you find those ones that are in the middle. They're sort of like a variance of those things.
Yeah, that pretty much nailed them though. I guess if there's 6 kids, the 3 and 4 are the middle one.
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's about right. But that's wild how you can generalize.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of a deal. But are you getting the deal and cash back? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love, savings, and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores like Levi's, Plow and Hearth, Adidas, Sephora, and Neiman Marcus. Stack sales on top of cash back and feel what it's like to know you're maximizing the savings. And it's easy to use. And you get your cash back sent to you through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app or go to Rakuten.com to start saving today. It's the most rewarding way to shop. That's Rakuten. Rakuten.com.
Lowe's knows you've got a job to do, and we help get it done. With the MyLowe's Pro Rewards program, eligible members save more with volume discounts on qualifying orders through a quote of $2,000 or more. Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer can't be combined with any other discount, contract, and/or special pricing. Exclusions, more terms, and restrictions apply. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Like that. That's crazy.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
Where you got hit on by somebody who's really influential in show business, or really could make your life better, with a job promotion and crap like that. But there was a big agent in Hollywood, agent/manager, and I met him.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Judy Denton.
Oh,
your
no,
old agent.
no, not Judy. No way, man.
Scandalous.
She was kind of a nightmare, wasn't she?
Judy and I dated for 3 months. What do you mean?
What?
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. But I was at with my dad at God, I think it was like the Arsenio Hall show. It was one of those late night talk shows. I know it wasn't the Tonight Show. I think it was Arsenio Hall. And that manager was there. He represented some other big actor or whatever. And we just talking backstage in the green room. And I didn't even know the guy was gay. I thought, we were just chit-chatting. And he said he had a poker game at his house every, month or so. And he says a lot of, big Hollywood types show up, and we just play poker for a couple hours. I said, no.
Poker?
Okay. Yeah.
Poker.
Yeah. Barely even know her. I said, yeah, if I'm in the area you're playing, and stop by, and went over there, and sure enough, there were like 7 people there, and I ended up knowing like 2 of them. I knew one was a writer, and the other guy was an actor, and the other guys were like producers and Hollywood types. And so we're playing poker. Everyone's drinking, smoking, having a good time. And then one guy gets up. He goes, I got, the kids take the soccer in the morning. I got to go. So he splits. Another guy splits. So we're down to like 4 people, and we're playing blackjack. So, it's not poker anymore. You can't play poker with 3 people. So we're playing blackjack and, other games, and it wasn't for a lot of money. And so I said, I got to use your bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, in there for 2 minutes. And I come out, and all the other players have split. And this guy's on the couch with a glass of wine. Right?
And music's playing.
And goes, nothing on.
No, he was fully clothed. He wasn't. We weren't there yet.
Yet.
And he says, hey, why don't you sit down and we'll talk about your career, right?
Ooh.
And then. I remember he goes, why don't you sit down and we'll talk about your career.
So where'd you go to breakfast?
Oh.
Jesus Christ. It's smoked by everybody tonight.
You get a grand slam or a moons over Miami?
God almighty. It was Beverly Hills Hotel. It was very good. It was. Look, I'm not a cheap breakfast. I'm not a Denny's guy.
Get that Rudy Tooty fresh and fruity.
No, dude. This is mimosa time. If you're gonna hang with T-bones,
so to speak, if you know what I mean.
That's right. No, but I would say I split. Not obviously, I did split, and but I always thought I wanted to call like all the other guys that were playing that night and go, hey, that move may work on some other guys, but I wasn't into it. And I wanted to like call them on and go, hey, do you guys do this with other guys? I mean, you guys, you set another guy up to get, and I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, that's what I was wondering about the process when you went to the bathroom. Was there a discussion to be had, or the second the door closed to the bathroom, they all grabbed their coats and ran?
Obviously, there was, this has either happened before, or he said, "Hey, you guys got to get out of here." I got young T-bones to tackle here.
The smoking lamp has been lit.
But it was on the elevator ride down. It was on a big condo complex, like on the 20th floor, something like that. But on the elevator ride down, I'm like, man, I wonder if like other guys have done this, or maybe they hang, maybe they don't, and I felt dirty. I felt like I was like, maybe if he just said, hey, are you into this, But
did you question whether you were sending him signals? Like,
yeah, I thought maybe I let him down,
Well, so to speak.
If you left something upstairs and you realized it when you got to the bottom of the elevator, would you go back up?
Oh, you like a jacket or coat or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
or would
I don't
you just
know.
leave it there?
I don't know. That's
yeah, you
weird.
didn't have cell phones back then to text him. You had to call or go back there.
Yeah, I buzz him up. I go, hey, I left my cardigan up there. Can I come get my... Maybe I was given the wrong signal.
The leave behind.
My penny loafers and cardigan are still up there. Can I slide up them?
Penny loafers. Penny loafers. Ascot.
Yeah, maybe I was giving them wrong signals, right? It's my fault. It's always the guy. Always the.
I've never had the let's talk about your sort of career or the implication that I could advance your career. I never had any of that. I just had straight out. Well, you never know what you want in life until you try a little bit of everything.
Is that right?
I've had that verbatim said to me.
Yeah, like somebody once said to me, they said, "Hey, are you gay?" And I said, "Well, not now, but it's a long life,
Who knows?
You never know, You get a glimpse of a guy and you say, hey, let's get butterflies, and all of a sudden you're off to the races.
What kind of fly?
But that has happened before. I know a woman who was married to a guy, and I think she's even told this story on the air before. I think we had her on and she told this story. But she was a heterosexual woman with a guy. I think she had a daughter. And she was playing tennis one day with another couple, and the woman like not hooked up, but glanced over at the other woman, and they had both approached the net, and they said, "Look, I'm married and you're married, but I think I'm supposed to spend the rest of my life with you." And the other woman said, "I had the exact same feeling." And they both divorced their husbands, and they got married, and they're still together today. That was 20 years ago. Isn't that wild? That's why I say it's a long life. You
never know what you want in life. You'll try a little bit of everything.
I mean, it's I obviously I think. Look, I'm 58. I think the clock is run out. But I think when you're younger, especially nowadays, I don't know. You're in a bar and you look across the bar and you see another guy and go, "Wow, what happened? That's kind of a weird feeling, right?" But I think as you get older, you're like, you know what? I think it's just time to go to bed. I think as you get older, you get set in your ways. I use the same detergent I've used since I was a kid. I get the same haircut. I get the same shoes. You don't expand your life. You don't open yourselves up for new ideas. But if you're young, if you're like 18, 19, 20, and it's not a big thing anymore to be gay, I think that that kids nowadays have not more. I hate to like misphrase it, but they have they're more open this generation to like everything and anything. And back when I was growing up, that just wasn't the case, at all. So nice to see progress. We weren't part of it, but it's nice to see society progress.
You weren't part of it.
Yes, right. I wasn't part of it. You evidently were a huge part of it. Yeah, that's right. Did you turn it all down, Croce?
Oh, yeah.
No?
Yeah, when he said you never know what you want in life, so you try a little bit of everything. My response was because just prior to that he had asked me if I was dating anybody, and I wasn't. But he said because and then afterwards I said yeah, it's pretty serious between me and this one girl. Not seeing anybody at the time.
That's wild. All right, man. Everybody loves Crozier. That's the name of the new name of the show.
Everybody loves Crozier.
Everybody loves Crozier. Because everybody loves Crozier.
At one point in the industry here in L.A., the radio industry, execs knew of me because of my tight white jeans.
Oh, my God.
I'm telling you, it got around.
Why do we just know this? I've been here for 10 years. I've never explored your tight white jeans.
Apparently.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
It got around.
All right.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
Don Pardos competition. Stefouche, have you found the music without lyrics?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Do you want to give us a little music so we know
All
what it
right.
sounds like?
All right. What's the music going to sound like? Let's have it in their cans, man.
Yeah, man. All right. Yeah, you want that music hot. That's right. It comes on a hot, buddy. Come on. You got to bring it on a hot. Good. All right.
Okay. Now we're going to flip a coin.
It's very exciting.
To see who
Very
goes first.
exciting, yeah.
Do you have a coin on you?
I don't think I do.
Nobody has coins on them anymore, right?
No.
All right.
One of you.
I'm going to write on a piece of paper 1 to 10, and the closest to it gets to pick. All right. 1 to 10. Who goes first?
Oh, you're asking me?
Well, no. I'm writing a number 1 to 10. Whoever gets closest to the number gets to pick whether they go first or second.
All right.
All right. To pick who gets the number first, I'm going to write another number. All right. So this is the number to get to the number.
To be able to guess for the next number.
All right. Mark, number between 1 and 10.
All right. 4.
4. Crozier?
5.
What? 5. Okay, it was 3. So Mark goes first and picking 1 to 10.
Okay, now.
Loser.
Okay.
All right. Now, Mark, 1 to 10, and what number am I writing down?
6.
6 is wrong. Crozier?
3.
Oh, it's 7. Mark got it.
So
it's going to be so bad.
But let Croge go first.
Oh, no, you won. You won. There's no deflecting.
No. I get the choice. I get the choice. You're going first.
The rule was you get a choice.
Yeah.
You do? I didn't hear that part.
Yeah. All right. Well,
we can roll it back.
This is going to be bad.
All right, here it is.
Good luck, Croge.
All right,
Come on,
music
Croge.
starts.
I'm here.
Don Crozier.
Don Pardo Idol.
Seashells by the seashore. It's Saturday Night Live with Dana Carvey, Phil Hartman, Norm MacDonald, Lorraine Newman, Eddie Murphy, Maya Rudolph, with musical guest Queen, and your host, Steve Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Martin.
That was really good, dude. That really was. You really stuck the landing. That was so cool, man.
Great, dude.
That was really good.
Hey, I learned from the best.
All right.
Wow.
That's Crozier.
I don't have any water or anything. This is tough, and he was good.
Doing his Don Pardo.
Man.
And now it's Mark Pardo. He's going to nail it here. All right. You ready?
Whenever you're ready.
All right. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather. Woo, woo, woo.
Bring that music on a hot. Try to bury me under the music. It'll be better that way.
All right. Music starts, and here it is. Mark Thompson as Don Pardo.
It's Saturday Night Live with Dana Carvey, Phil Hartman, Norm MacDonald, Lorraine Newman, Eddie Murphy, Maya Rudolph, with musical guest Queen, and host Steve Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Martin.
All right. Mark, I really loved what I loved about it was your professionalism shows because you had just the slight little nuances that Don used. I love
he's got that little when he does live, he'll go live, like that little thing.
Yeah,
but
you hold the L. Yeah, very good.
All right, now we all get to vote, right? All right, let's start with Steph Roney, who knocked it out. Crozier or Mark Thompson?
I liked Crozier.
Crozier's sweet. I think he stuck the landing. I liked it too.
Somebody who knows there's only a guy who's here one night a week and a guy who here is five nights a week. It'd be a long week. All right, Bellio, Crozier or Mark Thompson?
I'm going with Mark.
Mark!
Crow.
Yay,
all right,
Mark.
Angel Martinez.
I'm going with Crozier.
All right, and I'm going with Mark Thompson.
Wow.
So it's a tie. It's a tie.
It's a dead heat.
It's a dead heat.
As it should be.
So the audience has to decide.
Oh, my God.
A Twitter poll.
All right. Yeah, let's put it up on Twitter. All right.
It's already up there.
Oh, it's up on Twitter. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Can we put the audio up as well or just?
As soon as I get it, we will, yeah.
All right.
Wow.
All right. So the audience will decide. We'll know by 10 o'clock who is the better Don Pardo.
Well,
I thought they were both really good.
It's neither better. There was a cool individual take each of us had on the whole thing.
I thought it was great. And Crozier, for you not to have ever done that before tonight.
Exactly.
That's wild, dude. Man, that is crazy. You got an ear for that. You got to quit radio. Make some money. I mean, you can do impressions, dude.
Yeah.
You got the other. What is the other one you do? Felix the Cat.
Felix the Cat?
Yeah. I mean, somebody else.
I don't even know what Felix the Cat sounds like.
He goes ah, 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 ah. He laughs at the end. I don't know. But no, you do. Who's the Martin and Lewis? Jerry Lewis.
Lady.
Right,
Oh,
Jerry
that's
Lewis.
cute, yeah.
Right, that's a hot one, right? Yeah, go out there. Don Pardo and Jerry Lewis.
That's my
tonight at the
repertoire right there.
The Laugh Factory.
Have Don Pardo introduce Jerry Lewis. You come on, you do that thing that impressionists do. They turn around and then you're Jerry Lewis.
Right.
Yeah.
You had a cigarette, now you're Jerry Lewis.
You would play maybe older demos on that, though. Just thought.
Yeah, I think it's a cruise.
Right.
I think you're at, Alaska cruise after summer when the old people come out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great, though. Congratulations to both of you. You both sounded hotter than hell. I know it was a fierce competition, but you both showed up. It went 15 rounds.
Yeah.
A good offense takes care of a good defense.
I thought it was.
I thought you just let them play on the field, and the players will take care of themselves, right?
Yeah.
It was hot, man.
Look, the idea of doing anything like that with Mark Thompson is an achievement in my head, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
that's a sweet
big
thing.
dog. We're live on KFI AM 640. Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.